Welcome to the last scare. It's been a while since we've been here live.
Sorry, it's been a minute, guys.
It's been a minute. We've all gotten pretty busy, but I'm so happy to be here with some of my favorite people, with Blake and Sabrina. How are you guys doing today?
Hi, I'm glad to be here. Excited to get
Been
back
a busy
to
day.
Yeah,
Blake. Shout out to Blake, who, after finishing his finals, came on this show tonight. So extra love to you. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, I wrote an article for Avatar. I got my Christmas tree. I took a final and still had some time to spare before we jumped on here. So I'm ready.
We are so happy to have you after such a long day. And as we know, here at the last year, we are big fans of Scream.
Oof.
And we got our first Scream 6 teaser.
I'm excited.
Finally. Oh my god. Hello, Billy. Hello, little Wolfie. It's been a while since we've seen you guys. We're so happy to see you here. So let's just go into Scream 6. Have you guys seen the teaser yet?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. You guys want to watch it one more time just to refresh your memory?
Oh yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
run it.
Let's run it and hope that YouTube doesn't get mad at us.
You don't really see a lot, so it's
We'll
fine.
see.
It's fine. YouTube, don't flag us.
I have so much to say about Scream 6. Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh,
I
boy.
I feel like we could talk about a lot with that.
All right.
Ghostface takes Manhattan. Gotta love it. Listen.
I feel like he's going to take Manhattan a lot better than Jason did.
Oh, boy. That's an understatement.
I don't even hate that movie, but
that's my hometown, man. Let's go. Ghostface in New York. Let's go.
New York, new rules.
New York, new rules. I'm loving the Easter eggs we have here. There's someone as
Yeah, we got Pinhead and
her character.
Babadook is there.
Babadook's right there. Yeah.
The girl
There's
from
Jason.
You're Not, because I know she's in this
Jason.
movie.
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh my God, Wednesday's in this.
She was ours first.
Yeah, she
The
she
Scream
was.
Queen. The new Scream Queen.
Our new Scream Queen.
God, she's in 3
She's in, like,
huge
everything now.
projects right now.
She coming for Justin Long's crown, man.
Oh, man. And it's right around the corner, too.
She did Scream 5, X, Wednesday, and now Scream 6, like all back to back to back. So pretty sure she has the crown by now.
Yeah, she's our modern day Scream Queen, and I love that for her. I've loved seeing her. Like, this year has been insane for her, point blank period. So it's been really great. But
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts on the teaser. We'll start off simple.
I think it was a perfect teaser. It's just like one scene, kind of gives you a taste of what the movie is supposed to be without any plot details. They didn't spoil any cool scares or anything. I think it was good, and it did what it needed to in saying we're out of Woodsboro now. That's a totally new place, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
And this is a great point. I actually think this is my personal guess. I think Tomorrow's going to die first. I think they're going to Drew Barrymore her.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I think she joined late. I think knowing that she is a modern day Scream Queen, a lot of people are going to expect her to be a big part of it. I think she's perfect for the first kill. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we won't even get a first kill. I mean, Jenna didn't die in the beginning.
Yeah, I was going to say that one kind of flipped it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they could either go back to their similar roots, or they could kind of keep the trend going from this new franchise and kind of go from Jenna of like surviving. So
yeah, absolutely. And Billy, I am so worried about Mindy. Listen,
yeah,
I'm terrified for her. I've heard this is just hearing it through the grapevine. I have no sources, so this could be complete lies. But I've heard that her brother, Chad, has a bigger role in this, which makes me fear for her and what his motivations are for having a bigger role in this.
Mm-hmm.
I love their additions. I love the new characters. But, Blake and Sabrina, are you guys familiar with, the kind of controversy that's going on behind Scream 6. How are you feeling about that in general?
Well, I feel like it depends exactly what you're talking about. Like, are you talking about
Sydney.
like Sydney? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, I don't want to start talking about that and then like it not be that at all, and then we're like you both looking at me like what are you
Them refusing to pay the lead actress of the entire franchise what she wants is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's pretty major. I'm not sure if this is a studio issue with budget or where this is going wrong. But
Yeah, honestly, Courtney Cox is like the only one from like the original that's like still kind of a part
she
of it.
even in this one?
she
Yeah,
should
she
be.
is.
I mean, she lives in New York now, from what we've
She
heard
is.
in 5, and this one takes place in New York. So
Yeah, there's a lot against this movie, and I would never root for a movie to fail. But already not paying Nev Campbell what she wants is a big red flag. Coming out barely over a year since we had the last one, it's kind of
Yeah.
another red flag because they started filming like right when 5 went into theaters, something like that.
5 was a hit, and they launched directly into production for 6.
Yeah, that scared me. Even
And
back
yeah,
then.
like that,
It's
yeah,
terrifying.
that's definitely worrisome. But I also don't like. I don't want to judge it on that because like it could still end up being good. And like I think also they just because now that they released 5 now that the Scream hype is back, they're like they kind of want to keep that instead of having people wait, which I get is like quantity over like quality or like time over like the quality of it, but still like you want to do it when it's like right in the peak of people being excited for Scream again.
I hate
For
that. I
sure.
feel like their mindset for not paying Nev Campbell what she wants is like, well, we have Jenna Ortega and we have Samara Weaving. We don't need Nev Campbell or the old cast. Like this movie can stand on its own, which I think is a dangerous way to look at the Scream franchise. That's literally built around Sydney.
Yeah.
Like they made such a big deal about it, her coming back last movie, like literally that it kind of like, and like for them to now they're like, okay, we did fine, even if you were barely in it, we're gonna keep going, and it's like it's probably, and it's not gonna, and I feel like, listen, like I said, I don't want that to fail because I love Scream no matter what, but I feel like that might hurt them, and like they're gonna see it, and like that's the con. But then if that's the case, if that's the bed they want to make, they have to lie in it.
Right, right, for sure. Again, I don't know where that went wrong. I don't know if that was a studio issue. My opinion of this movie and upcoming, and what I'm expecting with it has to do a lot with where that issue took place, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
However, hot take that I just now came to because recently, shout out to Cam, our new member who will be getting a proper introduction soon. I was introducing him to Scream, and I've watched the entire series pretty close together. And I think, although this is pretty scary, I think this is an opportunity for them to really find their own ground as far as the franchise goes. Find new ground as far as the franchise goes without Wes Craven. 5 dealt with a lot of juggling the legacy characters and this new cast of survivors. So hopefully what we see with Scream 6 is them kind of reinventing themselves and making Scream their own instead of trying to be Wes Craven, because I just don't think trying to be Wes Craven is going to end it well for them, if that makes sense.
No, it's not. And it's a weird and it's a controversial approach, but had I been the one to tackle Scream 6 and if Nev Campbell wanted too much, or just the work around that, like you said, trying to move away from the Sydney arc, from the Wes Craven fingerprints and trying to do their own thing, I would have Sydney be the opening kill, which I wouldn't make it that like Drew Barrymore like spend 7 minutes and then kill them off. I would have it be like a 20-minute long sequence where she just fights this guy throughout wherever she's staying, eventually loses, and then we get into like that's the conclusion, and then we get into this whole new age post Sydney's death, this is the new arc we go on. And I mean, you're going to alienate fans if you do something like that. But
Like, see,
I
I'm
think that's
surprised
more
that is-
respectful.
New rules, man.
Yeah, the
Man.
main character dies. I mean, and
Jeez.
she gets to be in it and she gets paid. I think everyone wins at that point.
Oh man,
I
I
think
love that
See,
though.
like, I'm surprised they
Yeah.
couldn't even come to that kind of agreement either, or something.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
we'll give you what you want. If you want to send off, this is it. Because I mean, where
Yeah.
else can you really go with Sydney? 4 and 5, she was both living happily for like 10 years, and she keeps getting roped back into this.
Yeah. You know, that's another thing. While I love Sydney, she's like one of my favorite Scream queens. Honestly, she's one of my favorite Final girls. I feel like bringing her back again might actually be a mistake. Looking back at things,
Could
maybe I don't
ruin
want
her
her to die.
story.
Maybe I feel like she's earned her, earned her
Her final
survival.
resting. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, rewatching 5 again, I feel like we've gotten enough, even though it was kind of messy, and I feel like Dewey's death. Oh, well, spoiler alert! Sorry for Scream 5. Didn't mean to spoil that just now, but the big moment in Scream 5 should have had more of an impact on the story and like the characters surrounding it and like the whole rules thing. I feel like we've gotten enough to know that like it was her send off. It was the wrap up of her character. We know where she is now. She's married. She has kids. I feel like that like even though it was messily done, they did pass on the torch enough that I'm willing to sit through 6 with an open mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's a concept that can survive without the original cast members. Of course, it's how you go about writing them out is what fans care about. So I'm interested to see if they include a line as to where she is, or what Gail's up to. Should she be in this movie or not? I don't know.
I feel like she has to be because we know she lives in New York.
Mm-hmm.
We know that like it's in New York. She lives in New York. I feel like and going on to what the details we know about Scream 6, I feel like she has to have some kind of part. I kind of hope they don't just like default to killing our legacy characters. I feel like they should be a bit more creative than that. I do know, and I want your opinions on this, that it's been said, although it could just be, PR, hype up for the movie. It's been said that this movie is going to be a lot more gory than the previous ones, a lot more brutal
I believe
than the previous
that.
ones. I do too.
5 was pretty ruthless.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, what's his name? Dylan Minnette taking a knife right through his throat, and slow too. It wasn't just he got him in the throat.
Okay. I hated that one because I loved it.
Yeah.
I wanted him to survive so bad. I was so upset.
Either he was the killer or he was dead.
I was like, oh my god, yay! And then I watched it and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, are you kidding? So
I
ain't getting attached to nobody no more. I ain't getting attached to nobody.
You can't. Now it comes to Scream. That's why I'm worried about Mindy.
Yep.
They really subverted our expectations with him now that you bring him up really well, because he was the one that was prepared. He had a taser. He had pepper spray. He was warning all of his friends, and then
he fought off the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He fought off old Daredevil. He's been through it. He was ready.
Wait, who?
Dylan Minnette.
Oh yeah.
Was he in Daredevil?
He was in
Defenders.
what's the blind guy?
Oh my god, he was. He was in Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe.
Don't
Yeah,
Breathe.
he was in Don't Breathe.
I forgot about that.
I was like, he was not in Daredevil. What are you talking about?
See, Billy, I'm worried about Mindy. I feel like Mindy. I feel like they're going to maybe it's misdirected this trailer, but I'm really worried about her. I'm not gonna lie.
Is Mindy the new Randy that knew all the tropes?
She's the new Randy.
Yeah, she's the fan favorite. Of course, they're gonna want to.
That's Randy's niece and nephew. So yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
They are. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen 5 once in the theater, and I never saw it again. So
I guess you watched 5. It's fresh on my mind.
I want to rewatch all of them before March.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to do a Scream episode.
We will.
That I say that.
We will, and I just recently watched all of them, so I'm more than prepared. I'm very nervous about Scream 6. However, seeing this trailer has given me a bit more hope. I don't
have a
know what it is
question.
about it. Go ahead.
There's a picture of the killer. Is it real? The one with like the old decrepit mask with like
Yes,
rips in
it
it?
is. Let me pull that
you're
up real
talking about
quick,
the.
actually.
Oh, with the shotgun. I know that's
Shotgun.
real. That got leaked, but that's hilarious.
I didn't see that, but I know about it.
Yeah, it's Ghostface in like a
I literally
convenience
woke
store
up
with a
when I
shotgun.
scrolled all over the timeline, and I was like, is this? I was like, this has to be from like another movie or something. I just don't remember. And then
Yeah.
it was like, no, this is for Scream 6, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that kind of movie.
Why I bring that up is the big theory that's even been going around since before Scream 5.
Oh, is it Stu?
Is Stu the killer this time?
Oh,
I don't know.
I thought he was going to be the killer last time in 5. Because, like, if you pay attention to 5, they're always mentioning Billy, and someone's like, oh, well, Stu was a part of it too. Like, that was like a
Yeah.
reoccurring thing. So I was like, oh man, Stu's going to come back. It's going to happen. And then it didn't.
And it's not off the. Yeah, that's a real picture.
That's a real picture.
Okay, that looks awesome. I'm glad they're messing with the mask again. I mean, like, if you play Dead by Daylight, you're used to so many variations of Ghostface,
Well,
which
see,
I think
like,
they need to do.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like when a mask is burned and like looks like it's been through some shit, than it being like perfect every time.
Casual
Right.
Halloween Kills enjoyer.
Can you tell?
I'm so sorry, Billy.
It.
Okay, Blake, you're a liar because so are you.
I love Halloween Kills.
I was like, I know you're not
2018.
calling me out when you literally like it too.
I love Halloween 2018. I love Halloween Kills. And that's the
Yeah,
last one they made.
Halloween Ends was a movie did not feel like a movie.
It was a movie that was released to the public. Yes, it was.
It was a movie that we sat and we viewed. That's all I'm gonna say.
We viewed it. All right. About Stu, apparently, he was supposed to be back in Scream 3. Is that the one that he was? Yeah. So it's on the table. They've thought about bringing him back before, and I'm pretty sure that was the plan. That just got leaked, so they were like, "Shit, can't do that anymore."
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a huge shock thing. Cause I gotta be honest with you, like once you found out like Tara's Billy's daughter, I was like, no, I'm sorry, Sam. Sam is Billy's daughter. I was like, I was like, are they somehow gonna bring back Billy? Cause I was like, come on, be for real.
The only reason I kind of count out Matthew Lillard coming back as Stu for this movie or any movie, he really spoke bad about them for not paying Nev Campbell.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's a part of this movie unless he's just like, fire me. What are you gonna do? But I don't think he's involved with this movie because of all the stuff he has said about them.
And when it comes to all the leaks, I feel like if he was on that set, we would know. Because
what's his name? Skeet Ulrich, he got leaked, and he was barely in it. He's only in Visions.
Yeah, I feel like if good old Stu came back, which is something that a huge chunk of the fan base will theorize for every single Scream movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
He would have been leaked.
Yeah.
So that leads me to this question then. What do you think this movie is going to be focused on? Because, we had 5 and it talked about requels like Halloween, and it talked about that, the fandoms of horror and that kind of like where we are now with the genre.
Genius of it. With the train, with Jason and Babadook and all that, it could be cinematic universes. Trying to start all these spin-offs and all these different characters and threads and TV shows. That would be cool. I would like if they did that. But I don't know how that would work for Scream. Like if they gave...
I mean, they kind of already did that.
What do you mean? Like a TV show?
Yeah, for Scream on MTV. And
yeah, but I mean this time connected to the movies. Because that show had nothing to do with the movies. It was its own little universe. They could do multiverse. They could merge the show.
Oh my god. Do not, Blake. Please.
They could do, what's his name? Brandon something. Billy, Stu, all of them.
What if someone's like, because like I've heard a lot of whispers. I don't know if this is true. I've heard there might be a like museum, like a Ghostface museum. So the possibility of them like...
That's in such poor taste. I believe it. I believe they would do that.
Oh, what if they're talking about true crime? What if they're talking about
Ooh.
how like true crime and how exploitative it
Wow.
is?
Yeah, I mean, after the all the documentaries and especially the Dahmer controversy, there's so much
Dude.
potential for that. The
Dude.
Woodsboro murders or whatever.
Yeah. Well, if they're talking, because they're all victims, and
Yeah.
true crime can be very exploitative, so they could be like going
Mhm.
down that route.
Yeah.
That would be
That
insane.
they don't even contact Sydney or anyone. They exploit Dewey's death. Like, he didn't make it. He made it far enough.
Oh.
Oh,
I'd believe
man.
it. I'd believe that like this like phenomenon of someone becoming a serial killer and donning the same mask, these like chains of copycats leading to a
No, I could see
museum.
that. I could see that.
There's so many museums around true crime. There's so many like God
Well,
podcasts,
if
YouTube
enough
channels,
people are
documentaries.
obsessed and curious about something, they'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, honestly, like, not to take the idea, but if they somehow did that in like a Halloween movie, that would not surprise me. That would not surprise me.
They kind of covered it in Halloween 2018?
Yeah, they did with that
With the podcasters.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they found Lori, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, we want to talk about it." Like, they literally tried to talk to him. Like,
They're like, hey, buddy, we got your mask. If not for that stupid moment, we wouldn't have had that trilogy. Which, I mean, it was a good moment. I mean, stupid on their part.
Yeah. All things said, I personally, as scared as I am, I'm still always excited to see Scream, see the opportunity to reinvent themselves, see the opportunity to like the commentary they have about horror or pop culture in the moment. I have my fingers crossed. I'm hoping that
like
it's
add
good.
to the lore more.
Yeah. Do you guys have any final thoughts on Scream 6?
I think we covered all the screams
I'm excited to see how it plays out.
All the screams.
all the screams.
But we do
I'm excited
have
to see how it plays
now.
out.
What is it?
I think
No, I was
she's
always
like
like,
a
I'm
few
just
seconds
excited to
behind
see.
us.
Is it? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Go for it.
No, I was like, I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of another franchise favorite here at the Last Scare, we have Evil Dead Rise Image, and this is probably the most exciting image that we've gotten so far. I don't know if you guys
I think
have
it's
seen it
that
yet.
one and the other one we got. I think it was like around Halloween.
Yeah,
or a little bit before, a little bit after that.
we've gotten 3 so far, and
Yeah.
the most intriguing one for me is this one that I'm pulling up now, actually. So I want to pull it up, and I just want to get you guys just give me your opinions on it because I'm pretty excited about this. It's very interesting because I know it's in a high rise, but
Oh wow, I
this,
haven't seen that.
yeah, this looks
I
very
said
much
that to
not in a
you.
high rise.
I either never saw it or I don't remember at all.
Yeah, this is about a week ago. I think it looks really cool.
It looks cool. She just had a conference with Jason Voorhees and was like, "Got it. I'll start killing."
Yeah, like this looks incredible. I have no words for it. I don't know if like they get out of the high rise and they go to the cabin where there's a lake. I don't know if
I'm glad I don't know.
yeah,
I
I'm
love
glad
out of
too.
context shots.
That just looks incredible.
Okay, so I have a question then. Do you want to go in blind? Do you both want to go in blind, or are you gonna watch the trailer when it drops?
Oh, I'm
It's
gonna watch
gonna
the
be-
trailer.
That's
so hard to not watch the trailer. I'm gonna let Blake watch the trailer and tell me if it shows too much.
Yeah, I want to know.
yeah. I'll probably end up watching it too. Cause okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have to because the reboot. I have to because I gotta know if it's for me. Because I'm not feeling nervous. I'm actually pretty excited for it. So I'm hoping the trailer is like, okay, yes, this is gonna be good. Because I'm really disappointed with the reboot. You know,
They
how I feel.
showed the trailer where at Comic-Con, I think, and they said it looks very much like OG Evil Dead, but with the tone of the remake.
Oh my god, that sounds incredible.
Yeah. So think Evil Dead without the slapstick. So sorry, Sabrina.
Oh, Sabrina.
I think you'll get the slapstick in terms of the violence. Like, I think that's where it's going to come in. But when it comes to like Ash and his zany demeanor, I think is where it's going to lack. But when it comes to the kills, I'm sure it's going to be bloody.
All I want,
It has to be goofy.
Okay, all I want.
It has to be goofy.
Okay, all I want is that I don't want it to feel like the reboot because I hated that feeling. Like I hated all of that. Like
Well,
if
I
it's
think
gory
you'll
like
get that
that's
feeling.
what?
I think you're going to get that feeling. I think it's going to be taking itself more seriously, especially more horror like. Because I would call the remake scary. I wouldn't call the original, at least 2 in Army of Darkness, I wouldn't call those scary.
The remake to me was what Sam Raimi envisioned for the original, but he leaned into the slapstick and found his own place and his own comfort zone with the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely like what he probably envisioned when he first made it, and that's not how it came out.
Yeah. I'm guessing Rise is a mix of both worlds, so.
Oh, God, it makes me so excited.
We'll see. Bruce Campbell seems very hands-on and very confident in what they did, so I think that should put your worries at ease, Miss Sabrina.
It does. It does. It does. Because he's been very vocal about it, so I'm like, okay. I'm like, if he's approving it, if the king is...
Yeah, he's like, it looks great. I'm not in it. Get over it.
I love Bruce so much.
Listen, again, if I want to see him, I got my comics. I've picked up like everything.
Oh,
I've picked up
you have like decades of Ash comics.
I have decades. I literally want to read everything with Ash. Like I'm reading Death of Army of Darkness, I think, right? Is that the one I'm reading? Yeah. That Blake got me, yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one.
And I have like another one that's just Evil Dead, so I got the comics, so I'm good.
Yeah. Hey, Evil Dead did multiverse.
Oh my God. They really did. I will never get over not getting Ash and roped into Jason versus Freddy.
Oh my God, speaking of Evil Dead, should I tell Jay? I was gonna text you it too. So I was reading a Batman comic from it was like Dark Tales, I think it was like a Halloween special or something. Batman was in this library and the Necronomicon was literally like right next to him, and he like pulled it out because it literally is like the face of the Necronomicon. So I was like, I had to do like a double take. I was like, does the Necronomicon exist in the DC universe? It does, so it is the Necronomicon. And there's another panel of Joker actually reading it. So I was like,
oh my God.
So
I don't think the Necronomicon is necessarily an Evil Dead creation, but it's known for the Evil Dead. Yeah. Also, if it's in a comic, it's.
You just let me have my little Batman.
Let me have my moment.
Hey, if it has a face on it, it's the Evil Dead one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Evil Dead 1 is
that's
iconic.
Why I was like, that's definitely there. I literally I saw it on someone's like Instagram page, and I went to go read it, and I was like, that's the freaking Necronomicon. I was like, oh my God. I texted Blake, and I was like, oh my God. I've been like dying to tell you. I just completely forgot because I got sick afterwards. But oh my God, I've been dying to tell you because I was like, oh, that's so cool.
I still have my Ash versus Marvel Zombies comic that I got a while back. That's just incredible. Blake or Sabrina, you guys want me to give Billy the good news?
Oh yeah, they are apparently working on an animated series to conclude Ash versus Evil Dead, which I would love. And if they listen to our podcast, it's going to be called Ash Kills the Evil Dead. That would be the dream scenario.
Please,
just give him his wrap up, or do it as a comic, like you said. But Dynamite owns the rights to the Army of Darkness comics, not Dark Horse. Dark Horse has Hellboy and everything else. Let Dynamite have the horror guys.
Give him something. And
speaking of which,
listen, and they're all good. They're all great. Like,
if you want that,
1979 was freaking phenomenal.
If you want that Freddy versus Jason versus Ash story, they did make the comic, and they made a sequel to that comic, so it's out there. The comic is literally just the script for the movie that never got made, and it's
I'm just so glad that horror comic exists. Like, I just found out that they did Jeepers Creepers, so I have to read that one day.
She's been on the hunt for that.
I'm on the hunt for that. Like, I want to see if I can find it in person before buying it online, but I found out about that and I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I like comics. Comics are my friends. I was like, when I can't get stories in movies, they can just finish it in comics or movies, and I'm grateful. So if I ever miss Ash and I've already seen like Evil Dead 1, 2, and then Army of Darkness and Ash vs. Evil Dead, I can just read a comic and be like, hey, Ash is here, and then I'm happy again.
I think we should clone. We should clone Bruce Campbell and like go from there.
Yes, I agree. Get the time stone and.
Yeah, exactly. It's very hard for me.
But give me like but stop it like Army of Darkness, Ash, because like, come on, he was the coolest there. Come on.
Oh God, yeah.
He's so
I would
cool
stop-
in Army of Darkness.
I would stop at
like,
2013 remake Ash, so we could get that Ash and Mia crossover that we never got.
Oh my God, we were cheated. We were cheated from that.
Oh yeah.
We absolutely
honestly,
were
like,
cheated.
stop it right before Ash vs. Evil Dead got canceled.
Hmm.
Yeah, wrap
lot
it
of
up for a
parts to figure
season
out.
4.
All around.
Yeah,
it.
so you don't have to have that ending. Ugh, I hate that.
That ending was so good though.
So good, but that cliffhanger, like, I need more.
Yeah, that was
You
rough.
guys
That's
think
why we
that
need
we
the
might
animated
have
movie,
a...
Bruce. Bruce Campbell, if you somehow see this is why we need your animated movie. Please don't let Ash end like that. Please don't let his story end like that.
We love
From
you, Bruce.
three-
Please come on the show.
From 3 Ashley and fans, please.
Absolutely. I'll ask you this. This last picture, this might just be me with wishful thinking. This last picture, it makes me feel like that maybe we'll see a crossover with the remake and what they're doing now. It's not ruled out. You know what I mean?
It's
They
never
could
ruled
bring
out.
Mia back.
See, I
Do
gotta
you
be
think
honest
there's
with
a chance
you.
of that?
When I saw that picture, I had to do a double take. So I was like, is that from the new one or is that from the reboot? Because it kind of
Mhm.
looks like something that they would have probably pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mia and her brother being added to the video game, they have not forgotten about the remake. It's very much included in Evil Dead canon, so
Maybe they want to remind us before Rise.
why not? Who plays Mia? Is it Jane Levy? Is that her name?
I
Yeah,
should
she was in
know this
Office Uprising,
information.
babe.
I know. Yeah, she was. She's been promoting the game, like I think playing as Mia, so she's very much still into Evil Dead.
I loved her. I loved Mia. It was Jane. You're correct.
Jane.
I love the because we were all expecting her brother to be like the next Ash, but no, Jane, like Mia, she
It was her.
stepped in that role.
And she was not a Ash copy. Like she was
Yeah.
her own character. I loved
Yeah.
that. That was the best part. They didn't try to make her all quippy or zany or an action star. She just genuinely held her own.
She
No,
was
the
a
only thing
survivor.
that kind of was just like an Ash thing was just like her cutting off her hand.
With
like-
a chainsaw, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
was
guess
it.
she didn't cut it off with a chainsaw. She ripped it off, right?
Yep, she sure
Yeah,
did.
but still,
Got
but
caught
then
under
she
the Jeep.
put the
Yeah.
chainsaw.
No, she
and I
had
was
it.
like,
She
no.
used the chainsaw. That was their way of saying she's the new Ash, but not Ash.
Yeah.
If her name was Ashley, I would have been so mad.
I would have been like, really?
Yeah, I feel like anyone that goes through the Evil Dead scenario more than once, their brain will break, just like Ash did in Evil Dead 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But if they want to cross over that, like, I think they should also just cross over all the rest of the characters from Ash vs. Evil Dead. We gotta know what happened to Kelly.
Just-
Pablo.
And I've had in my head this entire time. I just do pitches on this on our
No,
show.
I just
now.
want to know, like, I want to
The-
know, like, if his daughter
No, the
somehow
final
comes.
scene of this movie needs to be the main character, whatever, they win, and there's a knock on their apartment door, and it's Pablo and Kelly.
Oh
they
my
said, "Hey, we
god,
need
I
you."
would die. Please.
Tell me
I
fans
would
wouldn't love that.
die. They would love it. We
It's
need
right there.
we
And
need
I'm
to
sorry.
rope everything together. We
Can-
need to see
can-
Mia.
Blake, can
We
you
need to see
just write
Pablo.
it?
We need to see Kelly.
Blake, can you just write it, please? You have the best ideas. I think Blake should be, head of all that.
I would be so happy to see that. I'd be more than happy to see that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna let Blake watch the trailer for Evil Dead and tell me if it shows too much. I'm not gonna watch the next trailer for Scream 6. I feel like they gave us the perfect teaser to not watch from there on. Like, I don't need to watch anything more. I got enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just same with Evil Dead. I hope they give us a teaser. I feel like teasers in Hollywood have just become trailers, and trailers show too much. And it's just like, oh man.
I hate the trailers before the trailers too. If we want to gripe on
Yeah.
trailers, don't show me all the money shots before I watch the 2-minute long video.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, there.
It's
I just
idiotic.
actually haven't had a I haven't been compelled to watch trailers ever
Mhm.
lately. I just watch comic book ones, and I will watch the Evil Dead one, but for the most part,
See, it's
I'm
funny
just
that
like-
you're like telling Blake to, if they show certain stuff, because that's what Blake does to me. Like, I'll watch, because usually trailers release like way before he's up, And then I'll either tell him, I'm like, yeah, you can watch it, or I'm like, oh, I feel like they showed too much.
Yeah.
Or I'm like,
Right.
I'll tell him, I'll text him a trailer so he doesn't see it on the timeline, see like spoilers about everyone talking about it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, like, unrelated, but Brandon Cronenberg's new movie Infinity Pool with Mia Goth in it, another up and coming Scream Queen.
Still didn't watch that trailer.
It shows too much. It shows too much.
Ooh,
I'm
does it?
telling you, yeah. And I'm someone that really enjoyed Possessor, which I suggest you guys watch. It showed. I saw the Mean One in theaters a couple days ago.
Oh, how was that?
So they really.
It ain't no Terrifier 2. I can tell.
It's there's no real use of gore. They really underuse David as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You get the Art the Clown as the Grinch and you don't use him?
He got a lot of gags in. He got a lot of like Jim Carrey gags in that I loved, but they really underutilized him. I'm telling you, they did not. He makes noises, but he doesn't talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could have been a really, really great parody, but I like what they did for the budget they did. There's no gore. I'm gonna warn you now. The blood splatter is off screen and CGI.
Is what?
It's off screen and it's like cheap CGI blood splatter.
I'm really glad I didn't go out of my way to go see this movie.
Okay, we're still watching it.
Gore, it would have sold me.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I had to drive to the outskirts for the lighthouse, and that was worth it. I'm glad I didn't do that for the Mean One.
Yeah, I don't know how I got a screening for Mean One in little old East Texas, but we did, and I saw it in theaters, and it's a movie that I've experienced. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it.
Okay, well, we still got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, so
we do.
That should be the superior movie.
It better be. Like I said, they really just did not put any effort into the gore. And when it comes to something like this, that's where all of your like money is what it should be going into. Impressive kills, and
that's why people want to see it.
Yeah,
the Grinch kill people.
Like, there were no impressive kills. They were all off screen. They're all cheap. Really CGI blood. I mean, I hope the makers of the movie never watch our podcast.
Damien Leone was probably like, David. Have I taught you nothing?
And so it bums me out because anytime we actually spent time on David as the Grinch, it was cool because he was doing all these like goofy, charming things, and it worked so well.
I'm glad you called him like Jim Carrey because the way he uses his face. He is so scary as Art the Clown, and he doesn't say a single word. He doesn't make any sounds. He's so scary because of what he does with his face.
It literally, it makes you feel so unsettled. Like, just the smile alone, I'm like, oh.
He was at some convention the other day, and the person posted on TikTok that he met David, and David's just next to him with his little art hat, and he's like doing those crazy faces, and I'm like, ew, he scares me. He doesn't even look like a clown.
I love him. I adore him. Like, obviously Art the Clown is a very scary character, but I adore Art.
Oh, I know. He's just a silly little guy.
He's just a little guy.
He's always proud of what he does. He's like,
ta-da!
Did you like it?
Oh man, I can't wait to get into that to our 2020 retrospective. Spoiler alert for upcoming video. Oh no. Did we lose Blake?
Oh no, I think we did.
We lost Blake. Sabrina.
He should be okay.
I'm back.
Oh, he's here. Okay, cool. But yeah, so just to wrap up, you guys, we are deciding to do our live shows as these like really casual things with each other to kind of talk about news and talk about horror, which we all love. Have you guys seen anything good this week?
I've had such a busy week. I can't remember the last time I saw a movie.
For Sunday.
Oh man. Well, I guess it's all on me now, huh? Well.
Yes.
Well, I saw a Mean One. We went over that. This has been a busy week for me. The movies I saw, it's an upcoming video surrounding Christmas horror movies I'm very excited about. But yeah, is there any other news that we need to go over?
I'm so behind on the horror world.
There hasn't been that much news going on.
Yeah, like once Halloween came to a head, I feel like everyone in the horror community, fans and creators, were all just like, okay, we get the next 2 months off. Let's just wait till January to horror again. Like after
Yeah.
October, everyone was like, fine.
Like,
Get a year off of
give us some
Megan.
Yeah, Megan is going to kick us off for 2023.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? How do you guys feel about Megan while we're here?
It looks so quirky.
I love it.
It'll be fun.
Okay,
That's all it's going to be. It's
honestly,
James Wan.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
love the marketing for it. Like the fact that they literally had
The
like people dressed
dance.
up as Megan and
I love her
dance
little
at the
dance.
premiere. That was my favorite thing ever. I was like, I
The
love
dance
that.
is insane.
It
Yeah.
gave me like Smile marketing vibes.
You know
Yeah.
what? It's gonna be great to start the year like that. You know, nothing that's too intense, nothing that's like too draining. Just a little bit of fun, a little bit of quirky, silly James Wan. You know, his dead silence energy.
God, yeah, I actually have to show that to Sabrina. She hasn't seen Dead Silence.
Yeah, that's what I keep connecting it to as far as like his
Mhm.
kind of goofy. It's kind of silly.
It is not Malignant. It's not Saw.
Oh, I wish it was Malignant. I wish we were getting all this like stupid marketing for it to be a Malignant.
Oh,
But
I
no.
know.
Oh yeah, it's like Split. It's just a
Yeah.
crossover between Malignant and Megan.
If Gabriel showed up, I would.
Gabriel just
lose
shows up
my
at the end.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god, I love it. Oh my god, please. I loved Malignant, so please. I love that
Yeah.
crossover. I need that crossover actually.
I want Gabriel to show up in different horror movies so bad, like desperately. But yeah, if they, that
Put
was
him in a video
I
game.
think we covered all the
Put
news.
him in a video game. Don't be shy.
Ooh.
They really sleep on horror video games these days. I mean, hey, we have Texas Chainsaw and Killer Clowns coming out early next year.
Yeah, and Dead Space
Yeah.
remake as well,
Oh,
which I'm
never played that. I'm actually really excited for that.
Oh my god, Blake, you're gonna love it.
I know, and
you're gonna love it.
And you gave me a tutorial on all things Resident Evil and Silent Hill, so I'm very excited for those.
You know what? I'm saving those for our 2023. Looking forward, but oh my god, next year! Listen, folks, we get so much Silent Hill content. We get so much Resident Evil content. If you're into video games and horror, it's gonna be your year. I'm telling you, man. Oh god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we got Outlast Trials coming out soon too.
We do.
2023 is gonna be big for horror, at least.
You know, it's so amazing, and I'll end on this. Unless there's something I'm missing, please let me know. 2022, I feel like was a year that's really like foundational that horror needed, to be more respected in a lot of different genres, and I feel like 2023 is going to continue to build on that. I feel like it's going to be a really, really strong year in general. I'm looking forward to seeing what it brings.
If anything, 2022, I think, should teach studios that fans want original horror. Yeah. Terrifier 2, X, and Pearl, which I'm so in the minority on Pearl, but everyone else loved it. God,
that's how I feel about X, though. That's how I feel about X. Everyone loved it, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, X is a little overrated, but it was better than Pearl. Smile destroyed the box office. Halloween Ends shouldn't have even been on there. It made so much less than Smile.
Oh boy.
I haven't played that. That might be a Jayla question.
So it is a Jayla question. I have played it, and I am someone that I am a huge Dead Space fan. Let me just get that out there. I was disappointed. You know what I mean, man? It was very arcadey as far as mechanics go. It felt more like a beat 'em up than a survival horror, and it didn't really bring the elements that I loved about Dead Space, who, same creators, same devs, into this game. And it bummed me out. So I'm just looking forward to the Evil Dead remake at this point. It's not a bad game per se. Like, there was a lot of issues if you're on PC and running it. There's a lot of issues around that I can't speak for because it ran fine on my Xbox One. However, bit of a disappointment all around as far as survival horror goes.
Yeah, I've heard mixed to negative, which is why I never picked it up. I asked some friends, they didn't play it, and the ones that did were like, eh. Like,
Yeah.
don't. It's not worth the money. And I'm like, damn, that sucks because it looks visually well done, but
Yes.
if you don't have the gameplay to back it up, what's the
Yeah.
point?
The mechanics of it was very arcadey, very, very beat 'em up, like I said earlier. To block, you just hold it to one side. Doesn't matter what side you hold it to.
That's a weird mechanic.
Yeah. And they don't explain it well either.
Hmm.
To be fair, I didn't beat the game, but I was just kind of just lost interest pretty quickly.
The only thing I've really seen from it was someone on TikTok was streaming it and was like walking through this corridor and a body was like slumped over on the ceiling and he's like, I've seen so many horror games. That thing is either gonna fall to the ground or get sucked up by something. And he walks up and the body just gets sucked up and he's like, wow.
Yeah, it is no Dead Space. Dead Space is such it's a perfect example of survival horror. I can't express that enough. It doesn't bring any of what Dead Space bring. So I was pretty disappointed, unfortunately.
But at least we got Dead Space.
Dead Space next month. Woo! Yeah,
That's
maybe
right,
we'll
it's
try
next
to
month.
last year Twitch and do some horror gaming.
Yeah, we gotta get that going.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we covered everything. Is there anything we're forgetting, you guys?
I think that's it. We got a big pre-recorded weekend, so we can get some more videos up next week.
Yeah, lots of content coming at you guys. Thank you guys for being so patient with us. Thank you for Blake and Sabrina for joining us. There's so much coming up, and I can't wait to kick off the new year with you guys. And yeah,
and Cam and our newest member, Cam.
Yes,
I was
and
gonna
Cam.
say I was gonna more so tease it, but yes, we have a new addition heading into the new year, so that'll be fun.
Absolutely, he will get his reveal soon. You guys will love him. But again, thank you guys for sticking with us while we find our footing and while we grow. And there's so much we can't wait to show you. But yeah, make sure you comment and share and tell us what you want to see from us. If there's any movies you want us to cover or games you want us to cover, please let us know. We'd
New
be
or
more than
old.
excited to. Yeah, exactly. Anything you want us to watch and talk about.
Any other
ideas for topics
you want us to mention, give our review. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And we will be seeing you soon. We actually have a episode all about this coming up soon. Horror and Christmas. We were pre-recording it this weekend. Yeah, we sure do. I've seen both. We'll be mentioning both. And it will be releasing next week. So we got you covered. We are already there. But again, like I said, if there's any other ideas, comment them, tweet them at us. Let us know. We really want to be sure that we're covering things that you're interested in too. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will be seeing you super duper soon.